Hey, welcome to another reaction video. Daniel Johnson from Venza here from the Dutch office. Joining me as always, my pal from the US office, Sean Shields. Hey, Sean. Waving to the folks. We've got a couple of veterans here going to give us their raw reaction. They're in the hot seat. They're sweating it right now. So, we're going to find out if they've got the, if they've got what it takes to sort it out. But before we get to it, let's do some introductions. Evelyn, why don't you start us off?
Sure. Hi, Apaleo and Oreskovich here from Her Consulting, and I work with hotels as well as technology vendors to match up the right connections and make sure that your implementations go great.
Fantastic. Glad to see you, my friend. It's been a couple months, so I'm so glad you're doing well there in Florida.
Thank you for having me.
Alan, tell us about yourself.
Hi everyone, Alan O'Riordan from Apaleo. I'm co-founder and we are an open software platform for hotels with a PMS and integrated payments as a core part of that. And then what we call an API first approach, which allows third-party solutions to connect into that platform to provide the best guest and user experience in a hotel environment.
Very good. And you're in Old London town, right?
I'm in London town, where it's gloomy and gray today.
Yeah. I think we got you beat over here in The Hague. I don't know. It's even really, really dismal today. All right. So you guys know how this works. Sean is going to share an article and get your raw reaction to a question about it. Sean, whenever you're ready, pal. Okay, I can see that. I'm assuming you guys can as well.
No?
This is from a couple of days ago. I don't know if you saw this on Hospitality Net, great source of good information. So this is some tough news around the kind of the breakdown in the fabric of the franchisee-franchisor relationship. So apparently is nearly 200,000 11 million advance that was shortfall. And so this organization, Service Properties, potentially terminating their agreement and then rebranding. So this is a concerning turn with regards to that relationship between the brands and the individual properties. Is this an anomaly? Do you think that do you think the relationship between brands and individual hotels is going to remain secure, or what are your thoughts with regards to what the hotels who are flying a flag are having with the brands? That's not too convoluted a question. Alan, why don't you go first? Any thoughts?
Yeah, interesting. I mean, I think there was a similar story over here in the UK. Well, it's probably still brewing at the moment with, I can't quite remember how you would describe the organization, but a trust or an association of Travelodge owners, or owners of properties that are branded as Travelodges. And I think they have essentially put their estate of properties on the market and are in discussions with other brands because of disagreements with Travelodge. I'm not quite sure that it specifically relates to or is as a direct result of COVID, but similar story, at least from a headline perspective.
Yeah,
it's tricky, isn't it? I mean, at the moment with what's going on, I guess even in our small world, we've seen quite a few hotels come our way because they have deflagged from brands and are seeking to go it alone and therefore need new systems to do that. So that's how we tend to come into contact with them. But I guess, in the current climate with occupancies and rates being so low, on the one hand, I'm sure the brands would argue that you need them more than ever now to get whatever occupancy you can. Yeah. On the other hand, I imagine that there are a lot of hotels that are shining a very, very strong light on their costs, and they're looking very carefully at their costs and how they can cut them. And perhaps now more than ever, it seems attractive to go out there and go it alone.
Yeah. Evelyn, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't think this is an anomaly. I think this is something we're going to see more and more of. The Marriott situation that you showed there is a little bit interesting because after their acquisition and they completed the full merger with the Starwood properties, they have so many brands and a lot of them that overlap. So there was already within the Marriott family a lot of folks really looking at, do I really belong here, and do I really belong with this flag? But I think that Alan is absolutely right. A lot of hotels are looking at the expense. This is a tough situation that everyone is facing. Financial trouble in terms of being able to deliver the occupancies that are contracted. But a lot of folks are really taking a look at their contracts and saying, we either want to renegotiate or we're going to say you renege, because the contracts do indicate certain minimum levels of performance that the brands, frankly, it's impossible for any of them to really meet those things. So we are going to see the rising wave of independence. I think it's a great time for representation and third-party soft brand companies to really be able to snatch up a lot of those properties as they leave. I think that the higher end properties we might not see as much of that activity at the higher end as we will at the lower end, only because the higher end properties, my thinking they're going to rebound a little bit faster, because the people who have the money to travel are always going to find a way. So they might rebound a little bit faster, but I think that this is a trend. I think a lot of contracts are going to be renegotiated. Management companies are really going to be taking a look at their flags and try to get the best deal they can. And it's going to continue, I would say, for another couple of years.
Yeah, a lot of properties are on the table, or all lots of opportunities. All bets are off, right? It's a time to reestablish and reevaluate. We just recently had a webinar, and Timo Kettern of Beerworth and Kluth management organization, based in Germany and outside of Frankfurt, and the activity is substantial. He was saying just in the webinar we recently had. So it's lots of activity.
Yeah, and it's not just with the management companies and the flags. I think it's with the technology vendors too. A lot of folks are really taking this opportunity. You've got nothing better to do. Let's take a look at everybody we have a relationship with and make sure that we have the best deal as we can. And so there's a lot of technology vendors that are biting their nails a little bit and are having to sharpen their pencil in terms of making sure that their contracts are able to withstand this time frame.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you haven't considered Apaleo, you need to.
Right,
exactly.
Alan?
Thanks for getting that pitch in there on my behalf, Daniel. It's just so much more effective when somebody else says it for you. But I was just going to add, that's absolutely true, because I think it was the 2018. Now, I better not quote it in case it's the wrong source, but there was a study in the last couple of years that identified that the average hotel or hotel group, 54% of their IT budget is on pure support and maintenance, which doesn't leave them an awful lot of money to innovate or to bring about change, which will deliver in line with with post-COVID guest expectations, for example. So. I think I would support that. We are seeing quite a lot of people who are just completely reviewing their tech stack from the ground up and seeking to implement leaner and more cost-efficient solutions, for sure.
Their tech stack and their organizational structure as well. I mean, do you have in-house staff that is that where you could outsource, dare I say, security to an MSP? But everything is up for renegotiation right now.
Yeah.
Well, thank you both for your. I think you came out of it, without any scratches. Fantastic performance. in this
Flying by the
reaction
seat
video.
of my pants. I don't know about Evelyn, but
Yeah. Great stuff. Always a pleasure to chat with you both. And before we part, any words of wisdom, Sean Shields?
Words of wisdom. I don't know about all that, but I think it's a lose-lose situation sometimes, and I think it's a win-lose. I mean, it's just this whole economy is just, Marriott's reputation, these hotel owners, they've got properties, things aren't getting paid. It is the time of contract renegotiation, and I think everybody is just, looking to try and get the best deal and trying to save it. I just hope that the cycle to get back is short, and I've said it before and I'll say it again. You're out there, you're looking to buy some hotels. Go ahead and buy them now. Now is the time to swoop them all up. Take advantage.
If you've got capital. If you've got that capital. Yeah. Very great. All right. I thought you were going to say something in terms of wisdom, like, never fry bacon in the nude or some other
plant
thing.
early this year.
He was actually serious. Fantastic. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you at the next reaction video.
Great. Thanks.
bye.